The early 1900s were a time of great change and tension in Europe. Countries were competing for power and influence. They formed alliances like teams picking sides. Germany and Austria-Hungary were allies. Great Britain, France and Russia were on the other side. Nationalism was also on the rise. This meant that people felt a strong sense of pride in their countries. They believed their nation was superior to others. This made countries act aggressively towards each other. The world watched and waited, a powder keg ready to explode. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was the spark that started the war. He was killed by a Serbian nationalist in Sarajevo in 1914. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia and declared war. This triggered a chain reaction. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia and France. Great Britain, allied with Russia and France, declared war on Germany. World War I had begun. World War I was a new kind of war. It was fought with new technologies like machine guns, tanks and poison gas. The battles were long and brutal. Millions of soldiers fought in trenches, muddy ditches dug into the ground. One of the deadliest battles was the Battle of the Somme. It lasted for 5 months in 1916. Over 1 million soldiers were killed or wounded. The Battle of Verdun was another long and costly battle. It lasted for almost a year in 1916 and 1917. Section 4. The war's scars on humanity. The war had a devastating impact on soldiers and civilians alike. Soldiers experienced unimaginable horrors in the trenches. They witnessed death and destruction on a massive scale. Many suffered from shell shock, now known as PTSD. Civilians also suffered. The war disrupted trade and caused food shortages. Cities and towns were bombed. Millions of people were displaced from their homes. The war left a generation scarred. Section 5. A world reshaped. The war ended in 1918 with the defeat of Germany and its allies. But the world had changed forever. The war redrew the map of Europe. New countries were formed, like Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia. The Treaty of Versailles, which officially ended the war, was harsh on Germany. It blamed Germany for the war and imposed heavy penalties. This created resentment and instability in Europe. The war also led to the rise of new ideologies like communism and fascism. These ideologies would shape the 20th century and lead to future conflicts.